Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in today's video we are going to be going over three separate things. The first one being where you guys can go ahead and find a Madam Nazar or a Madam Nazar's location. The second thing on the list that we're going to go over is all of the daily collection sets and their cycles. And then last but not least, we're going to go over all the daily challenges, including the daily general and the daily roll challenges, so that you guys can make as much gold as possible here in Red Dead Online. But let's go ahead and get started by showing you guys where you can go ahead and find Madam Nazar's location for today. And she is located way out west, just outside of Armadillo, making Armadillo their fast travel location of choice today. Just head a little bit northwest and you'll be able to find her just south of Twin Rocks. Now, if this is the only thing that you guys came here for today, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. A thumbs up on the video does mean a lot to me. It shows me that you want me to continue making these types of videos, and honestly, it shows your support to the channel, and it also tells YouTube that you guys are enjoying these types of content. And if it helped you out, it could help out somebody else as well. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, and that is going to be talking about the different collection sets and their cycles. I personally like to go after the coins or the lost jewelry if I'm going to be collecting any of the collection sets, just because you can make $540 per hour with all 5 of those sets, and it takes about 3.5 hours or so to complete those, and you can make some serious money with doing that. However, this week we do have American Wildflowers making a 50% bonus, so it's definitely worthwhile to get that. There are 3 sets every single day with the American Wildflowers. It's the only set every day that gives you 3 collection sets. All the other ones you can only collect 1 of each item, or just 1 total set per day, which is kind of amazing. So let's go to talk about the coins. Coins are going to be a part of cycle number 2. You do need the field shovel and also the metal detector. Same with the lost jewelry, and lost jewelry will be a part of cycle number 3 for today. Now, the American Wildflowers, which will give you 50% bonus, you don't need either one of those items. You don't need the field shovel or the metal detector. So if you're a low rank collector, not even a collector at all, you can actually collect the American Wildflowers. That's going to be at cycle number 1 for today. Also, low rank and not a collector at all, you got tarot cards, which are going to be a part of cycle number 2. Now, just keep in mind, you can only carry 10 of these sets, so once you get to 10, you're going to have to sell them. But hopefully by the time you even reach 10 of these sets, you're going to be purchasing the collector roll. And if you guys have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime and have linked those accounts together, just link your Rockstar Social Club account and you get the collector bag completely for free. And it's an amazing way to start making a ton of money here in Red Dead Online. Honestly, it's the best way of making money in Red Dead. We have the antique alcohol bottles at cycle 4. We have the bird eggs at cycle number 3 for today. The arrowheads, which will require some of them to be at the field shovel or the metal detector, at cycle 3. And then the family heirloom, same thing, but they're going to be at cycle number 5 for today. As far as the set for the veterans set, that would be basically a quarter, a bottle of gin, and a ring. Just do the individual sets. Honestly, guys, you'll make way more money just by. So, I mean, if you want just the experience points, by all means, go after just those 3. Just go after where they're at, and you'll be just fine. But I would recommend, if you want the money, to go after the complete sets of the coins, the rings, and the antique alcohol bottles. All right, so the next thing that we're actually going to go over is the daily challenges. Now, daily challenges I go over in extensive detail, and I mean extensive detail because there's a lot of new players that have been coming into Red Dead Online. I'm not just talking to people that are veterans, I'm talking to people that are all walks here in Red Dead Online. So that's the reason that I do go over the extensive detail option. If you guys want just a list, you're in the wrong spot. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So let's go ahead and pull up the list and show you guys and talk just a little bit about some of these things, and we're going to go over these. First of all, there's 19 possible daily challenges every single day. It could change in the future, but that's as it is right now. You can earn up to 11 gold bars. There's a couple different requirements. Number 1, 21-day streak of completing at least 1 daily challenge per day. And number 2, having all of the different roles and be at least a rank 10 in each of those roles. And that will give you 3 additional ones. So you're going to get 7 daily challenges from the daily general and 12 from the daily roll challenges. You can make 6 gold bars from the daily roll challenges and 5 gold bars from the daily general challenges. You do get a bonus if you complete all of the daily general every single day. So if you can, definitely do that. If you can't, that's perfectly fine. You can earn more from doing the daily roll challenges, just so you guys know. Now, there's always one daily challenge that you guys can complete probably quicker than it takes to log into Red Dead Online, so let's go ahead and find that one for today. Escape the law, that's super simple. Horse tack updated, okay. Parasol mushrooms. And, okay, 5 types of fish caught. Okay. All right, let's take a look at these again. So, escape the law. All you have to do is go to any of the major cities, honestly. Valentine, Saint Denis, Rose, it doesn't matter. Shoot a couple of citizens, get wanted, and then just run away. That's all you got to do. You can't fast travel to get away. You have to just run away. So, get a horse that's decently has some stamina based with it. So, go ahead and just do that and then just run away from the law. Super simple. Horse tack updated. Go to one of these stables. You got one in Valentine. You got one between Rhodes and Emerald Station. You got one in Saint Denis, Blackwater. There's one down in Tumbleweed. And there's one north of Van Horn. Those are your main locations. And then there's also one outside of Strawberry. Main locations and all of the locations for the horse tack. Honestly, just change the saddle. So if you've already purchased an additional saddle, just change it back to whatever original one that you had or a previous one that you had purchased, and then just switch it back, and then you'll get that updated super quickly. Parasol mushrooms. I like to go to Blackwater for this. There's probably other locations that you guys can go to, but if you guys start basically right outside of this house, and it's honestly the first batch is like right here, and then basically keep going to the south. And then kind of up here, I think there's some up towards the house. There's some here. And honestly, just keep working your way around. If you don't find them by the time you get to this H, you've completely missed all of them. But for the most part, you just go straight south from this house, and you're going to be able to find some. There are some down in like this area as well. But you can probably find 7, 8, probably even more groups of them just down in this area, just a little bit south of Blackwater. And each of them spawn with 2 or more, 2 to 3 per group. So you could probably get lucky enough to find 2 groups, and you're going to get your 5 right off the bat. But that's where I go to get my parasol mushrooms. It's super, super, super simple. And then last one on the list is to catch 5 different types of fish. So let's go ahead and talk about where you guys want to go to catch the fish. A Dakota River right here. You've got sockeye salmon around this bend. You got smallmouth bass around this bend, and you also have steelhead trout right here around this bend, going into Bard's Crossing and into Flatiron Lake. You can also find pickerel, so chain and redfin. You can find bluegills and rock bass also in this area. So probably a majority of them you can probably find just right here. If you want to go after northern pike, just go a little bit north of Valentine, like right in this area on the Dakota River, right here. You can come over to the Lemoyne area or Caliga Hall area. You guys can find largemouth bass, long-nosed gar, and also bullhead catfish just right here. And then more down in this area as well. Less of the catfish down here, but more of the largemouth bass and long-nosed gar. Up in La Gras area, you guys can actually find channel catfish, also with long-nosed gar and everything else. Right here is a good spot. This has largemouth bass. All the other ones, like I mentioned, redfin, things like that. If you come over into this location, over by Stillwater Creek, you can right this little inlet area right here. You can find largemouth bass and trout in this area. And then plus all the other ones, so bluegills and rock bass and things like that. And if you guys are looking for perch, I would go either up to Cattail Pond or way up to Wynyard Street is where I would go. So there's lots of different varieties. I've given pretty much every type of fish for the most part that you guys can go ahead and catch. For the most part, if you guys want to go to Blackwater, there's Lake Sturgeon in Flatiron Lake. If you guys go up to Lake Owangila, you guys can find muskie, and also over by Van Horn, you can find muskie. I think for the most part, that's a majority of the fish in Red Dead. The next ones, we got 3-player kills while using Deadeye and Showdown. And then place top 3 in a takeover. So those ones obviously are PvP related, so I would actually just do a takeover showdown so you guys can try to get top 3. The nice thing about playing this is you're always going to get 0.16 gold anyway. So at least you can get some extra gold for trying it out if you want to. The Deadeye shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I would say that some people might have a problem getting in the top 3 of the takeover series. And then last but not least, we have gang hideouts cleared. I'm going to show you guys kind of a circle that I use. It's over down by Tumbleweed or in the New Austin area. One is actually just a little bit north of Madam Nazar at Twin Rocks. We have another one. It's like Rattlesnake. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's right in this area right here. And then you have to come all the way down to Gaptooth Ridge, right at this location. Gaptooth Breach, which is the mining facility right in here. You have Sea of Coronado. You have one right here. You have Solomon's Folly, which is south of Benedict Point, right at this location right here. You have Repentance Rock, which is right at this location right here. Fort Mercer, obviously. And then Jorge's Gap, pretty much right on the U. And then you just repeat it and go back up to Twin Rocks. So there's a few different ones. That's the circle that I usually go in when I've gone for the gang hideouts. At least I have been seeing more of them lately. So that is a good sign. So we'll have to see if that definitely continues. But that's the route that I like to take when I'm looking for gang hideouts. So the roles for today, we got, just keep in mind that if you're not a rank 20, these might be a little bit different for you guys. So you have to complete a special moonshine. So this is going to be like your Argarita, Creek Plum, and Caribbean Rum. Doesn't matter what strength you guys use it, just as long as you create the special one. I guess maybe I haven't even looked. I guess I'm so used to my rank. I guess I only do strong, so maybe it's not available for the medium and weak. I don't know. But if it's not, then you guys are going to want to get the strong moonshine as soon as possible. So if that information is incorrect, then I do apologize. But I've been out rank 20 since like 3 days into the moonshiner roll. So you'll have to forgive me for that one. We have one moonshine sold with 5 minutes left. So basically just do moonshine delivery as fast as you possibly can. And then you have to have 2 moonshine story missions completed. You can either go and talk to Maggie to get these started, or you can just basically redo them by talking to Maggie or going into the progress and repeating the story missions that way. The next one's on the list. We got the trader roll. We got 20 carcasses donated within 10 minutes. The best way to do this is the small carcasses. So bats, rats, bullfrogs, toads. The small birds, orioles, blue jays, waxwings, crows would count towards them. Did I say bats and rats already? Squirrels, western chipmunks. And I think that's pretty much it. So those are the best way to do it. So collect all of those first and then donate them. Otherwise, once you donate your first one, then the timer starts and you might not be able to get it all done right off the bat. The next one is 3 deadly predator carcasses or skins to do this. The best way and easiest way to do this, there's 2 of them. One, go find a pack of wolves. I'll show you a couple different locations. Or set up your camp in the bayou and go after the alligators. And then you just have to donate 3 of them. 3 of the skins and you're going to be just fine. Otherwise, like I said, you guys can go after wolves. I'm going to show you guys a couple different spots. One is over here, just north of Hanging Dog Ranch, which is right at this location. So right here at this intersection, you guys can find wolves. You can I'll find some at Moonstone Pond, right in this location. It's a kind of a bigger location. You can find some at Katora Springs area. You can find some down by McFarland's Ranch, kind of in this general area. It's kind of a big area, but it's along the main roads, and you should be just fine. So those are some more common of the wolf areas. And then we have to have 2 goods sold to a local buyer. Just have to have 2 goods. It doesn't matter. And honestly, I like doing the local one better anyway compared to the distance one. Yes, you do get paid less. However, it's a lot safer and you can do it on your own and you don't have to worry about as many griefers, things like that. 5 bird eggs found, which bird eggs are going to be a part of cycle number 3 for today. You do have to find 2 collectibles found with a metal detector. So coins, arrowheads, lost jewelry, some of those will count towards them. Not all of them will. But if you wanted to specifically go after them, I would go after the coins. It's going to guarantee that you find them with a metal detector. Then you do have to have 3 collectibles looted from non-player enemies. Best way to do this is start a bootlegger mission through Madam Nazar or find one randomly. Or if you do the gang hideouts, then make sure that you guys are looting everybody that you possibly can in the bootlegger missions or the gang hideout areas, because those are the most common ways to actually loot or to get collectibles from non-player enemies. And last but not least, we have the Bounty Hunter roll, which is the only roll that does pay out additionally in gold, which is amazing. So we have 2 bounties brought in from Lemoyne, so you're looking at Saint Denis and Rhodes. We have 3 bounty targets, hogtie with the reinforced lasso. If you're a bounty hunter, don't have the reinforced lasso, you need to buy it. You need to stop what you're doing right now, buy the lasso right now. It's definitely worth the money, just buy it. And then last but not least, we have 2 bounty targets tagged with tracking arrows. This is the only time you're ever going to use tracking arrows, is for the daily challenge. If you haven't purchased the pamphlet and you don't have the money, don't buy it. Buy something else. If you have a lot of money, I would say more than $4,000, and you have purchased a majority of the things that you're looking for and really need prior to whenever the next update comes, then go ahead and purchase it. But if you kind of like in between, then don't buy it. I would just save your money and wait till after the update to maybe focus on buying some of the pamphlets if you don't have a ton of money right now. However, if you do want to make a lot more money, then see my previous comment about becoming a collector, because that's the best way of earning money in Red Dead Online, as you can make over $4,000 each and every single day here in Red Dead Online, easy peasy. But anyway, that is all the daily challenges done and gone over and covered. If you guys do have any questions regarding any of them, then by all means, leave a comment down below. I do live stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Other days as noted. The best way to get notified is to become subscribed to the channel with all bell notifications turned on. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys stay gaming.